What we have in the news. Over 9 people killed. 18-year-old woman in custody over stabbing death of 31-year-old man in St. Andrew. Police constable shot dead in suspected suicide. My viewers and subscribers, welcome to News Replay JM, where we update you with the latest news. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, leave your comment, and don't forget to smash that notification bell so you can be updated so YouTube can recommend us to many more. Thank you. I am Mitzi Johnson. Now the news in details. 18-year-old woman in custody over stabbing death of 31-year-old man in St. Andrew. An 18-year-old woman has been arrested over the stabbing death of a 31-year-old man last night in Mount Ogle district in Lawrence. A tavern. St. Andrew reports are that about 8:15 p.m. Wednesday was stabbed with a knife during a dispute with a woman. The police say the two lived at the same location and that the dead man was the woman's ex-uncle-in-law. The two had an initial confrontation from which the woman reportedly ran to another host. The stabbing reportedly took place during the second altercation, after the two met in a walkway leading to their yard, whence the collapsed and was assisted to the Kingston Public Hospital, where he was pronounced dead. A knife believed to be the murder weapon was retrieved from the scene, the news understands. Come hospitalized in St. James with a gunshot injuries. A policeman has been hospitalized at the Cornwall Regional Hospital in St. James with a reported gunshot injuries. The circumstances surrounding the incident, which took place in Montego Bay about an hour ago, or not to clear the cop, is reportedly stationed in Hanover but lives in St. James. Telephone calls to the police leadership in St. James and Hanover have gone unanswered, so to have called to the police's corporate communications unit. Story. More details to come. Man-pleaser from police leaving firearm behind on Beeston St. A team of officers assigned to the Kingston Western Police Division seized one prohibited weapon under 17 rounds of ammunition during an operation on Beeston St. on Saturday. Reports from the Denham Town Police are that about 8:15 p.m., lawmen were on patrol in the area when they saw a group of men along the roadway, one of whom was reportedly holding what seemed to be a firearm. On seeing the police team, the man allegedly dropped at their item on the ground before making his escape on foot. The item was retrieved and upon closer examination was found to be a 9mm Taurus pistol with a magazine containing 17 to 9mm rounds. No one was arrested in relation to this seizure. Firearm seized during alleged confrontation with police in St. Elizabeth. Lawmen assigned it to the Black River Police Station are now in possession of a rebutted weapon that was used during a shootout in Spring Park in the parish on Saturday. Reports are thought about 6 p.m. a gunman was shot as he engaged in a gun battle with the police. When the gunfire seized one Toro's appointed .357 Magnum and the 3 rounds of ammunition was seized. The gunman is now reportedly in hospital under police guard. Investigations are ongoing. Chelonia accountant slapped with her 26-year sentence for cabbie's murder. 57-year-old Falmouth accountant Philip Whitaker, who was found guilty of the 2018 murder of 43-year-old Jelani taxi operator Garfield, had been lost, was sentenced to 26 years at hard labor in the Chulani Circuit Court on July 7. Chief Justice Brian Sykes presided over the trial. Whitaker was represented by attorney Christopher Townsend. Reports are that about 11 p.m. on Thursday, November 8, 2018, was shot and killed by the accountant during a dispute along Cornwall St. in the vicinity of a gas station in Falmouth. The taxi operator received the full gunshot wound to the upper sections of his body. He was taken to the Fan Motor Public General Hospital where he was pronounced dead. Following the shooting, went to the Falmouth police station and reported that he had a dispute with Ben Loss, who was driving a greater youth. Which motor car? Whichever reported that Minlos drove the car down on him, was reaching for something, which he believed to have been a weapon, and he became fearful and pulled his lies in the firearm and opened fire, hitting Ben Lost. Whitaker was subsequently charged after a question-and-answer session in the presence of his attorney. Renault, the broadcaster and the radio DJ, Winston the Whipple Williams has died. Broadcaster Winston the Whipple with a solid kick Williams, who worked in Jamaican media for more than 50 years, and won awards for being the top DJ on radio, has died. Culture Minister Olivia Grange tweeted Sunday afternoon. that the veteran media personality died this morning at the Kingston Public Hospital. She described him as a pioneer of Jamaican radio. "I will always remember that engaging baritone voice of the whip and the great music he played on radio," Green just said. Williams had joined the Reader Jamico, formerly RJR, in 1963, before I Leave and 3 years later for work in the Caribbean. As a radio host in the Bahamas and the MC of Cat and the Fiddle Club, which featured many of the top names in global music. According to a feature in a 2020 magazine celebrating the station's 70-year anniversary. In swift order, his speed, accuracy and the perfect addiction made him an audience favorite trained by the late iconic theater and radio producer Wycliffe Bennett Williams excelled. It said. He returned to Jamaica in 1967 and joined at the Jamaica Broadcasting Corporation as host of an afternoon show as the Whipple, with the solid kick going head-to-head with writer Jamaica's El Numero Uno Don Topping. While at the GBC, he also read the radio and the television news. After a decade at the GBC, Williams rejoined the Reader Jamaica, taking over the season's afternoon radio slot. He remained there for another decade and a half, posting several shows, including Saturday morning's Rock House, and establishing himself as the voice of the 5 p.m. news. In 1992, Williams returned to JBC, where he stayed until 1997, when JBC was acquired by Radio Jamaica. He then had a stint at Hot 102 FM before moving on to Power 106 FM in 2003, which became part of the RJR Gleaner Communications Group. After a merger in 2016, Williams also recorded songs of Four Cock's Son, Dodd, Bonelli under the Jackpot labels. The later broadcaster won many awards, including the El Suzy Red Stripe Award in 1972 as the best DJ on air. Police constable shot dead in suspected suicide. A police constable is dead after he was shot in the head at his home in Hanover on Sunday afternoon. He died while undergoing treatment at hospital. Preliminary information and observations suggested that the shot was self-inflicted. Authorities say information reaching the news is that the police constable had been suicidal in recent times. Police say that several suicide notes were also found in the home. Since the incident, the deceased officer's identity has not been released. Stepfather fit to play ring 9-year-old girls are brutal rape and murder. Omar Green, the man charged with the brutal rape and the murder of the daughter of his then estranged girlfriend, 9-year-old Nikita Noel, has been deemed unfit to plead fallen associated evaluation. Green appeared in the Hanover Circuit Court on Thursday, during which High Court Judge Justice Courtney inquired from the accused, the construction worker, if he hadn't been interviewed and examined by a psychiatrist, with the Green affirming that he had been examined under the prosecutor. Feeling that they had the report in their possession, the judge informed the accused that based on the findings, he was offered to speak with his attorney about the charges that had been laid against him. Gray's attorney, Albert Morgan, was unable to be present for the court proceedings and he requested a new court date. The judge ordered the matter to be mentioned on July 11, and that the accused those remanded in police custody until then. Reports are that on February 1 this year little Nikita, more popularly known as a Jojo or Johanna, left home in Kew District for school at Asia Primary at approximately 7 a.m. When she did not return home from school that evening at the usual time, her mother became concerned and went to the Lucy police station and reported her missing. A subsequent search in the community by police, with the aid of residents, led to the discovery of Nikita's body in bushes, at the side of the road some distance from her house at approximately 7:30 p.m. Say post-mortem reports revealed that Nikita had been strangled to death. Green, 42, a resident of Barbary Hill, Lucy in Hanover, was subsequently taken into custody as a person of interest, and was charged after the results of forensic evidence concluded that she had been raped by him. The fourth-grade student's murder is alleged to have stemmed from a domestic dispute between her mother and the Green. The two adults were said to have been in an on and off relationship. I am Mitzi Johnson, for News Replay JM.